live. Let me zoom in just a little bit here. There we go. All right, we have a fun, exciting live tonight. So for the first time live, I'm going to be using my epoxy that I just released literally today. So let me go ahead and get the comments pulled up. And this is a perfect time to ask all the questions in the world that you might have. And I will do my bestest to answer them. So, where are you, YouTube? Okay. There we go. Got you guys pulled up. Say hi as you tune in. Let me know where you're watching from. Yeah, we're going to have some fun. Hopefully, you guys may know that I'm kind of switching studios over. So I have to always think of like, what do I have here? And I realized that most of my pigments are over at the new studio. But hello, hello. Hey, Linda. Hey, Katie. Hey, Melissa. Welcome. And for anyone watching later, this is a live video. It's not just a quick tutorial video. So if you're trying to watch just a regular tutorial, brief to the point, this is not it. Hello, everybody. So who here caught the video that I just released with the new resin? And by the way, this is a new label design even from that video. You saw it? Good. Awesome. So one thing that I didn't mention in that video specifically, but it is in the description, so I think some of you saw it, maybe not though. Another really exciting thing that happened is I also launched the pre-sale today of my newest course, which is a resin course. Hey, Bo Mama. Yeah, so yeah, for those who are on the newsletter list, you were the first to know. For everybody else, I did a video today. So anyways, Veronica, can you grab the link to the course? So yeah, today's been really exciting. Of course, some technical snafus. Hey, Nick, how are ya? I'm good. But yeah, so released today the resin in 3 sizes. I don't have the smaller sizes with me, but this is the 8-ounce size. So it's basically like a sample pack. This is Stone Coat's, so it's not the same, obviously. It's my own formula, but it's this size. That's the smallest one. So if you just want to like test it out, that will cover like 2 square feet. Oh, my birthday was great. Thank you so much for asking. Hey, everybody. So yeah, 3 sizes, 1 gallon, half gallon, and then the little 8-ounce ones. And then a pre-sale on the resin course as well, which it's really massive. It's 27 lessons. It's got everything from what are the different kinds of resin and how and when would you use them? What are the different kind of colorants? How to mix your resin, how to set up your space for resin. It's got 16 different resin projects. It's got troubleshooting, all kinds of things. Donna, I absolutely will be, along with hopefully some other surprises if the world cooperates. We'll see. Okay, let's go ahead and mix them up. I am super underprepared, just to warn you. As I said, with moving to the office, everything, I get confused and I forget what I have here and what I have at the office. All right. That's okay. We'll make it through. It is absolutely a good one to seal paintings. Yes. This MDF, this is not MDF actually. This is a wood panel. It's actually from Michael's. They sell wood panels now. And then I spray painted it with matte paint and primer. Blue. Well, Kathy, I try to use at least a good 20 of them. And then the others I just reserve for food and sleep, you know. Okay, let me see. Which way does this need to go? Towards the gloves. Yeah, okay, good. All right. So we're going to do a couple projects. We're going to do this wood board. We'll just kind of have fun. And then we're going to do some resin coasters. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let's mix this up and then I'll answer some more questions as I'm mixing. Hey guys. Hey Sandy. Yeah, so definitely some excitement. Now you only need, for a square foot, about 3 ounces. When you're doing art, you're usually going to mix up a little bit more. And I am going to be doing the coasters as well. So I'll go ahead and probably mix up, let's just do 12 ounces just in case. And I kind of have a little hodgepodge of colors here because I realized that most of my stuff is at the new studio. But that's okay. Aw, thank you, Sandy. Veronica, can you grab the link for the course? Sorry, I thought she grabbed that. Maybe she didn't hear me. I can grab it in a second if she can't. Let me know. Or Johnny could grab it, I guess. Okay. So always put in part B first because it's more liquid. Part A is thicker. And that's just a way to get the oh, sorry, Sandy. Yeah, the one in that video was MDF. You are absolutely correct. And it was primed, which is like a primer. That's usually what I use on wood more often than gesso. Gesso, I think, is really better for canvas and for paint. But yeah, sorry, I didn't understand. Hey, Jude. Yeah, so you want to put part B in first because it's more liquid, and that just helps you to get a better mixture. What most people have trouble with resin is not mixing it fully. And then you get parts that are still sticky or it just doesn't cure fully. So we're going to go ahead and mix, mix, mix. And I like to scrape the sides, scrape the bottoms. So same as most art resins, you're going to want to mix for around 4 minutes. Oops, this is an old cup. So I might want to adjust the camera a little bit more this direction. Hey, Sierra's Adventures. All right, how is everyone's week going? How's everyone's October going? Chrissy, don't even worry about it. Ask all your questions. Don't even worry about being redundant. Totally fine. But either way, you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, good. Let me get some smaller cups. Do you need to wear a respirator when using this resin? That's a great question. And the answer for, I think, any resin is yes. But just like art resin or stone coats, art coat, it has very low VOCs. So theoretically, you can use it in a well-ventilated area. So it's the same answer as I would say about literally any other resin. Use stone coat resin on a wood round that you'd poured and the resin had separated in some spots. Good question, Lisa. Did you have any silicone or oil in the original painting that you did? The name of the resin? It's Mixed Media Girl Artist Resin. Okay, when you said you could take it on a plane, does that mean in the bottle? No, you can't take it on a plane necessarily. I don't know anything about TSA regulations. You can ship it on an airplane though, which is very different. So stone coats, epoxy, and art resin, they have a chemical in there that actually prevents, it's regulated and prevents it from being mailed to you on an airplane. You might get it on an airplane, like in priority mail, but you're not supposed to. It's actually illegal. So this resin does not have those chemicals that would prevent it from being shipped to you on an airplane. What that means is that I can ship faster, so I could ship priority mail, and that and then I can ship to more areas. So it's best for all of us. It opens up shipping options a lot. Okay, and how does it compare to stone coats and how do you buy it? So you buy it on my website. That's an easy one. How does it compare to stone coats? That's a very good question. And I hope to do probably a comparison video soon. Now, I still love stone coats. Do not get me wrong. I have nothing but love for their company. And they actually helped me with my formula. So it is similar to stone coats. But there's a big difference of stone coats formula was formulated basically from their countertop resin. And they took that original formula and they made it into an art resin. This one was formulated from scratch for artists. And so it actually, without getting into the differences in chemical compositions, it does things that theirs does not do. Like it's much better, I think, for creating cells than theirs is. Let me get these open. It's much better for creating cells. It's in terms of like the UV protection, the work time, those things are really similar. It's going to be in the reactions that you get with it, really. And yeah, I can do a comparison. No worries, Kathy. Stephanie, that came out, I want to say about an hour and a half ago. So it may not have hit your email yet, or you could check your spam folder. Sometimes it gets in there. Did I miss a question? Lisa said, oh, no, none on the oil. Yeah, that's strange then. There's just something in the paint rejecting it, but absolutely you can put another top coat on there, okay? All right, the cure time is the same as stone coats, so it's about 24 hours. Sandy, yes, you can be me when you grow up, but I'm not grown up yet, so, you know, who knows? KJ Turner. You can sign up for the newsletter on the bottom of my website. That's the easiest way for me to tell you from here. The course is not live, it's pre-recorded. So you can watch them at your own pace. Now, just quick thing, it says it all over the website and everything, but this is a pre-sale. All of the lessons will be live next month. So that's all in the description. I'm using Alumilite white dye and blue dye. Like I said, a little bit, I was kind of scrounging for what I had here in the studio because most of my colorants are back at the new studio. Becky, I might have missed the first part of that question, so please give me again the entire question. Okay, this is a product that I don't think is even sold anymore, or maybe it's just directly on the Alumilite site. I don't know. It's Alumilite Copper Metallic Powder. It's one that Stone Coat used to sell. I'm not sure if they do anymore. Kathy Carr, I'm not totally sure I understand your question. What's not good for coating a finished piece? All right. Oh, I'm back. I use KS resin, which I believe is mixed A with B. Yours is B first. Any resin I mix B first. I would do that with KS resin also if I were to use that. Why your hardener has gone yellow. It's gone yellow. It depends on which one you have, but generally that's because it doesn't have UV protection or it's just pretty old. And yeah, it'll still work. Absolutely. Let me show you. I'll show you. This one's a Illumidust Interference Green. Let me show you. So the Stone Coat Countertops Casting Epoxy has 0 UV protection. Now this bottle is gross, so I apologize, but see how yellow that is? This is also really old, so it may not still work, this particular one, but that's only because I opened it like 2 years ago. So it's a little dodgy as to whether it will work or not, but it's been yellow for a long time. So yellow is not necessarily bad, and usually it will be clear anyways. Renee. Thank you, Jan. All right. So let's see what's, all right. I think, oh, you know what? I have some cool stone coat ones here. Ooh, all right. I'll take a vote. Do we want Starburst or Midnight? So this is Starburst, Midnight Mermaid. What do you guys think? Midnight Mermaid looks exciting to me. That's my vote. I'll let you guys choose for one final color here. Midnight Mermaid, Starburst, Midnight Starburst. Keep in mind, we do have copper in here already, which is actually similar to that Starburst. Although the Starburst looks a lot cooler, to be honest. Kind of wish I'd seen that before. Okay, we definitely have the most votes for Midnight Mermaid. So yes, Jan, it is heat tolerant for mugs and it's pretty odor free. Like I don't smell anything right now. Of course, some people are particularly sensitive to smells. So does it have no smell whatsoever? Well, no, it's got a tiny bit of a smell, but it's not overpowering or anything. Okay, let me put these guys away, mix up the colors, and be on with it. So I will be doing some coasters today because yes, it is heat resistant and once cured can be used with no issues with hot cups. I'll be doing some more videos on that coming out soon. Sandy, that's a great question. This, oh no. Okay. I may have already used this. Hold on. Oh yeah, I just opened the wrong one that I had already used. Whoopsies. Okay. I got so sad for a second. Yes, this resin I have noticed makes some amazing cells, and I hope to show you that in just a second. Now this is kind of a glitter flakes. Okay, good. And it is not great for deep pour casting, but you could do that in layers. Hey Clara, mix the copper and Starburst together. I totally agree. Let's do it. Look at that, so shiny. And these two are from Artist Till Death, you guys. The Starburst and the Midnight Mermaid. Beautiful. Okay. It is good for tumblers, absolutely. Yep, and I will definitely be bringing it to my Texas class next month. So anyone coming will be able to try it out right there. Although you can, of course, get it before then and try it at home. That's okay, too. And I hope to have something else launched by the time of the class, but I can't tell you. It's very top secret. So much going on. I cannot wait to take a day off next year, hopefully. All right. The resin is currently available on my website. Yes, it literally just went up today. All right. Getting these colors mixed up. So I only have one mica. Oh no, two micas. This copper and then that interference color. This ought to be interesting. And two dyes. And we do have a blue background here, so that's good. Yeah, if you go to my website and literally just go to the store, you'll see it in art supplies. It says epoxy. Yeah. I will not be recording the class in Texas. That's a live class. You gotta be there to experience it. Is there resin you can use to make trivets for hot pot and pans to go on one with a high? A lot of resins have a high tolerance, like that high, but that's a good question, actually. Okay. Yeah, I don't know that you would ever want to leave a pot on there unless you have maybe like darker colors in there, because it will affect the coloring. Like the heat will. if you're putting a hot pot, which I think pots are hotter than 400 degrees, to be honest. I could be wrong on that. Jenny, Micah, would you suggest adding to resin to top acrylic pour coasters where you want to add some shimmer but not change the colors too much? I would use diamond dust or gold dust from Stone Coat. Hey, Brandy. It's in Seguin, Texas. It's food safe, just like art resin or art coat. All right, we're gonna grease the pan a little here. I do want to adjust the camera though, because this is too far away from me, but let's see. Let me move it and see how it is. Can you guys still see that fine? Okay. Yeah, come hang out with us in Texas. Chrissy, that is a great question on how to keep your things completely dust and hair free and everything. So from what I've found over the last few years of going through all that frustration is that the biggest thing is going to be airflow. That's going to be your biggest enemy. So when I do resin projects like today, I will do this and then I will leave the room and not go back in until the piece is completely dry. So that's for me what helps the most, not opening doors, not opening windows, not, you know what I mean? Let me get some little razor thingies. Here we go. Not letting your kids and pets run around. Yeah, I learned that the hard way when doing a kitchen countertop. And I had to do the clear coat more than once. But yeah, if you have a small enough project, you can cover it with a box or something like that. Keep any particles out. There we go. All right. So the 8-ounce sample kit is 4 ounces of each. Yeah, any of the kits, that's the total of it. So like the gallon kit, this is the gallon kit. It comes with 2 half-gallon bottles, making a gallon total. Yes, this is a 2-part resin, absolutely. Hey, Anna. All right, let's get our color on there. Ooh, so excited. Okay, this is just going to be a random, let's just have fun with this. So this is the white dye, the white Alumilite dye. And I'm kind of going to use that as my base color. Well, you know what? If we have enough left over, maybe we'll do some kind of a swipe. This is the blue dye. I almost never use this one. I use the ocean blue, which is a little more on the teal side, but I think that'll be gorgeous. Okay. And then this is the copper, and that's 2 coppers now basically in there. I think it'll go really well with this color combination. And here we have the interference color. Let me mix that a little bit better. Doesn't look totally mixed. This one is interference green. Yeah, so coming out with the online course, which you can take from anywhere in the world. And you guys can go right now if you, well, first of all, if you're even thinking about it, go ahead and sign up for the online course because it's the lowest price it's ever going to be. The price just goes up during the pre-sale. But you can see the full course outline there with all the different projects that are going to be taught in the course and all the different lessons. Wow, that's so awesome, Chrissy. Okay, now we're gonna put the glitter. This is the mermaid glitter. And I always put glitters last because they're heavy and they tend to sink. So I have this idea that if I put it on top, it'll stay there. Now there's a few reasons. Let me adjust the camera. I feel like it's so far away. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, JHA. One of the reasons for priming the back like that with a color is one, to protect it because of the wood. Sometimes wood can have air bubbles that come up through it, and this helps protect that. But also because the resin can come out. Thank you, Veronica. Oh my goodness, come on. The resin can come out a little bit thin. Oh, Sandy, I'm working on it. Come on. There we go. The resin can come out a little bit thin, so that background helps. And then if you decide you want to leave negative space, well, you're all set. Yeah, I am definitely working on more workshops next year, but it's not easy, you guys. Trust me. Sometimes I spend hours trying to put together these workshops in other states. But here we go. Heat gun. Thank you, Brandy. This is a really funky color combination, but I think I like it. One of the cool things about that particular copper, and I know because I've used the gold before of that same exact brand. This is the Alumilite, comes in this white container. One of the cool things about it is it really sits on top of your piece. Now I do sort of regret putting that mermaid in there because it's a little too chunky for this. It's kind of sitting on top in some weird pieces, but that's okay. Yeah, what you want with the heat gun is you need to heat up the resin to move it. When you heat it up, it actually becomes more liquid. It's the opposite of acrylic paint. When you heat up acrylic paint, it dries it. So not the same at all. All right, I'm gonna bring you guys in for a close-up. It's going to check, it's going to shake. So we can show you this without that crazy glare. And I can show you close up on these cells in here. Look at that. So pretty. So you can probably see how that the mermaid glitter is kind of little, like literally sitting just on top there. They're really pretty cells there. Crazy lacing. So this stuff is fantastic for beach art. I think I might move it a little bit more over here. Thank you, Jenny. But super cool, right, guys? Definitely able to get some really awesome reactions that I have not gotten with any of the resins, and I've tried quite a few of them. Okay. I'm just going to heat gun a tiny bit more, and then we'll do some coasters. I just want to move this one part over here. There we go. Lots of fun. Yeah, right? For like pulling all this random stuff together, I think it worked out quite well. Like last minute stuff. Okay, let me get this out of the way. And then we'll do our coasters. Jody, that is a science question I do not know the answer to. Like, I'm definitely not a chemist, so in terms of what's in here that's different, I couldn't unfortunately really say. Okay, so for these coasters, now who has used these coasters from Artist Till Death before? These are literally, like, I cannot speak highly enough. And they don't have just coasters, and they have all different shapes. So they have circles, they have squares, they have little, like, agate pieces. And then they have, like, big geode pieces. They have big rounds. They have all kinds of things. Do you ever do different resin layers, colors on a canvas with dry time in between? Absolutely. Totally. How will you finish the edges? I mean, I think they're okay as is, to be honest, but I will likely put a clear coat over it. Yes, Clara, absolutely. So give me 1 second. So in California, how long does it take to dry? I mean, it depends on the temperature. Right now, it's actually kind of cold. So I'd say it'll take close to the 24-hour mark. Okay. So give me just a second, Clara, and then I got you. So let me show you what's so awesome about these coasters and the other acrylic pieces that Artist Till Death has. So these are actually clear. I'm about to burn myself. On both sides, it has this easy to peel off brown piece of paper. Now, I'm not going to lie, the other side will not be as easy because it'll have resin over it. But basically, you peel off one side, you do your acrylic pour, your resin, whatever you're doing on here. When it's fully dry, you peel off the other side and your project is done. No cleanup necessary, no sanding of drips, no anything. It's so awesome. Yeah, these, I always I get so excited when I use them, and then I'm like, why don't I use these all day long? I don't know. I could. You have the geodes and the circles? Awesome. All right, Clara. So to answer the questions, I'm just going to go through the quick list on my resin as I peel these off, and I'm going to set them up on cups. So my resin is specifically an art resin. You can, of course, use it for other things. You can absolutely use it for tumblers. You can use it in molds, which I have a video on that coming out pretty soon. It has UV protection. It has heat resistance. It has about an hour work time depending on the temperature. And then the main difference between this and the Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat is really just the reactions that you get with it. That really is the main difference. And of course there's chemical differences because this is my own formula. But I'm not a chemist, so I can't really help you with that. In terms of the chemical differences, all I know is the differences in reactions. So I think that covered most of it. Plus, it's a mixed media girl resin, yo. Next, I gotta work on my own colors, which that's dangerous. You guys probably know how much I like colors. All right, let's do this. I do have some more clear resin in here. I might mix up another one of these mica powders because while I loved that blue one, it wasn't a lot of color. Yes, Clara, it does. So there's going to be a lot of time will tell experiments. But yeah. No problem, Clara. A lot of this you can find in the description as well on the website, just in case you forget. Brandy, I'm not totally sure I got your question. Can you rephrase? Let's mix up this light purple. Why not? This is Lumidust Light Purple, which looks very pink. It says light purple. Hey, Naomi. So I think that'll be pretty pink with blue, and I might leave the mermaid out. I don't know, or I'll use it as like an accent on the top. It's just a little too chunky for this, unfortunately. It's really pretty though. Oh, the work time. If anything, the work time would be longer in the winter, not shorter. When it's cold, you have more work time than when it's hot. So I have not tried this out when it was like 100 degrees out, and I generally don't work in my garage when it's that hot anyways. But under normal temperatures for Los Angeles, which is like 70s, the work time was about an hour. Now when it's colder, you probably have even longer than that. Yeah. Becky, that's a great question. I'd say probably to stay safe, keep color groups together. So use only cool colors or use only warm colors. And that's pretty safe. All right, let's do this. Let's do kind of like a, maybe we'll do kind of a puddle pour style. Ooh, I just got an idea. Hold on. I'm going to mix up a little more white, and then we're going to do little dirty pours on these. One second, y'all. Maybe with a split cup even. I'm just going to scrape that off. Okay. Yeah, let me get a split cup out. Please hold. Must remember where I put my mind. That will just take a second. Okay, good. I'm going to reuse this split cup that I used with resin before. And let's go ahead. We'll put white in one side. Sorry if I'm missing any questions for a second. Then we'll go ahead and put pink, or light purple as it says, in the middle. Then let's do the blue dye on the end. So I don't know if you guys know this, but you can absolutely do a dirty pour with resin just like you can with acrylic pouring. Keep in mind it will kind of blend more than the acrylic. All right, I'm going to put this interference color in with the blue over here. Then I'll put the copper in with the pink, because why not? So pretty. This is going to definitely be more than enough. We'll see how it goes. These coasters are from Artist Till Death. The website is literally Artist Till Death. Veronica can probably grab it. I don't know on if they ship to Ireland or not. I don't see any reason why not, but I just don't know if they do. Clara might know. Okay, I'm just adding a little bit clear to fill it in. And okay, there you go. Veronica just posted the link for the course. Okay, I'm trying to think. Okay, let's just go for it. So we're going to kind of ribbon pour this. And I'll come back because we've got that clear in the beginning there. Okay, now we have the colors coming out. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, a little more over here. All right, I think that purple is really pretty with this color combo. Okay, there's still some left in there. Let me see if we can use some, do something else with it. All right, So I'm gonna just tilt here, and this is where you really don't have to worry at all about the backs of these things because it's just gonna peel right off. I think it's gonna be awesome that I used some clear in there too, because that will make those parts of these transparent. Now, of course, if you're gonna do a clear coat or anything like that on here, do it before you take off those back pieces. Make sure you're totally done with whatever you're doing before you take off that back paper. Otherwise, you will just have created a lot of work for yourself. I haven't heated up this resin yet, but that's okay. I may not need to. Although it would probably move easier if I did. Yeah, really happy with these colors. Really pretty, right? Okay. Just gonna move this over here. All right, so exciting. Yeah, so go ahead and get signed up on the pre-sale for the course. There's also free shipping on the resin for the next couple days. Make sure you read the full descriptions on everything. All details for both of these are in the descriptions of them. So I don't want anyone to be surprised by anything. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and heat gun this a little bit, mainly just to get rid of the air bubbles. And I'll soften up the lines a little bit too. That's awesome, Anna. Yeah, I don't like the brown background either, but don't worry, it comes off. So that is one thing that it's a little hard to tell how you'll see through it because of that brown paper, but they can't make clear paper really. So it makes sense. And once you get used to it, you kind of get used to it, you know. All right, camera's gonna shake for a second. Sorry. And we'll do our close-up here. And I think I'm shaking a little bit because today's been a very exciting day. If you guys see how that copper sits on top, I forget how much I like this copper. I should definitely use it more often. Megan, it's about a year. So pretty. Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear my kitten? She's sitting outside the door complaining. See that copper? Come on, light, get out of the way. Just sits on top. So, good thing about my new studio, we'll have much better lighting. Okay. All right, you guys. So I hope I answered all your questions, at least mostly. Yes, it's definitely good for top coats. Absolutely. And if you look in the description of the items, they're pretty much all, it's pretty much all in there. So it says what it's good for, the work time. I'm still working on perfecting the description, but it's pretty much all there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Jenny, I totally got what you meant. I really appreciate you guys joining me. And stay tuned for more videos with the resin that will hopefully answer any other questions that you have. And I will see you guys next time. You can always also shoot me an email. That's the best way to get a hold of me. So info at thepainterinU.com, or a message via my website, mixedmediagirl.com. And I will see you all next time. You guys rock.